So, welcome back to Design Ahead with me, Jake Fernandes, and you're probably already thinking, what is going on with this background? Well, if you cast your minds back to January, I dropped a podcast letting everybody know that I'm going to be taking a bit of a career break to focus on traveling while also building up Design Ahead in the next chapter of it. That's what I'm here to talk about today. I'm currently in El Salvador recording this, around about halfway through my trip through Central America. But over the past few months, I've been starting to build up Design Ahead as a practice, as a website, as a community, and offering playbooks that are going to be published over the coming months. So the first playbook has already been released. It is the HCD Foundations, which gives a bit of a grounding of human-centered design and the different disciplines within that. So for example, we've got UX design, UI design, service design, content, and user research as well. The angle on that is really just to give a bit of a grounding, a bit of a general understanding of what the different roles are, how they overlap, the different skills and tools that you might need for each of them to get you started if you're a graduate or a junior. But it's also quite helpful for those in leadership and managerial roles to understand the different disciplines that they might not have necessarily experienced firsthand, or maybe have people in your team that you've been trying to manage and trying to learn more about their roles. So the ethos around these playbooks and around Design Ahead as a whole is to cut the BS and focus on what's important. I think a lot of materials out there currently just focus a little bit too much on detail rather than actually cutting through to the core messaging of what we do as a practice and as a discipline. So the Design Ahead method is to focus on building up those core ethos, those core messages, core toolkits that you can then adapt on the go, because as we know, it's a super fast-paced environment and we really don't have the time to be learning 101 new ways to create a workshop or how to run a survey in 300 different ways, and all the different nuances in UI, UX design that might be just a little bit too overkill for the average person when they're trying to get into it and when they're trying to perfect that. I think beyond skills as well, it's really important to have simplicity as a key methodology in how you communicate with people, in how you boil down work, because essentially if you're able to create a very simple output that people can easily understand, it's going to be a lot easier to get over the line, it's going to be a lot easier to communicate with other team members, and the users are going to be able to get that as well if you can clearly show that you understand what they do, understand what they want, and here's something easy to use at the other end. I think yes, like sometimes complexity is very necessary, and there are obviously very many occasions that do call for that, but most of the time it's much easier and it's much more beneficial for everybody involved to just boil things down in a simple manner, making sure that we kind of cut out all of the jargon, all of the extra complexity that might be on top of that, and just really focus on what matters. But I'll make a podcast covering everything in its entirety in the future. It's going to be all about simplicity and the Design Ahead ethos going forward. But for now, if you guys want to check out designahead.co.uk, we've just launched the website there where you can sign up for our Slack channel, which will be coming very soon. So we're going to get pre-registration to gauge a feel of how many people want to get involved. I'm hoping to build a bit of a community that allows people to share ideas, to chat with other HCD professionals, as I've not really seen anything effective out there at the moment. You know, there's a few Reddit groups, there's communities on LinkedIn, but I think with Slack and these communication channels are like that, I guess Discord is another good example, they're really easy just to be, working away on one thing, and then you can switch channels, chat to some people who might be outside of your organization, and get ideas and collaborate that way as well. And as I mentioned, the first playbook, HCD Foundations, is available. It is free, totally free, and will always be free. We will have more paid offerings coming in the future, in particular our growth and mastery packs, as well as a few other playbooks around simplicity, career streams, leadership, everything that you could ever want in a simple, digestible format. And that's going to be coming very soon over the coming months. As for the podcast, I really hope to return to a more familiar format. I was trying to do it every week back in the end of last year in 2024, and fortunately it's just been something that I haven't been able to upkeep while traveling and building out Design Ahead in this new chapter. But there are so many great topics that need to be covered, and I already have a few podcasts planned out. Just need to get the time around to recording them and editing them, and yeah, I'm excited to be getting back into a more regular routine, promoting Design Ahead through the podcast and so on through LinkedIn and social media, etc. That was it, just a quick update from me. So if you are interested in our Slack community, go to designahead.co.uk and register your interest now. If it's already been a week or two, then we're probably already up and running. So again, make sure you register and we'll add you into the community. We've also got that HCD Foundations playbook available for free for everybody. So head over to the website and get your free copy now. But for now, thank you so much for listening and watching. Hope to be returning to these much more regularly with an even jazzier background, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.